Well, hey folks, this is John with Ozarks Backroads with you today. We're out on the mighty red sled back here. You can see our 2019 Suzuki V-Strom 650XT. We're out for a ride in the Ozarks. We are south of Mountain Home, Arkansas today. We're at a little burg called Buffalo City, Arkansas. We're at the Buffalo City River access here on the banks of the White River. Beautiful place. You can see this big massive bluff out here behind me. They've got a nice one here in Buffalo City. We'll take a look at that, and maybe we can see if we can get our drone up in the air and take a look at the area, fly along the river here. It is just gorgeous. I invite you all to come and take a ride with me. We'll see what we can find here in the Ozark National Forest in northern Arkansas. We're right on the White River going by us here, and they've got a bluff here. I mean, it's a thooster. Look at this beautiful bluff. Big long thing. It just goes forever. The Buffalo River dumps into the White River down here just about a quarter-mile downstream. So we're just upstream from the convergence there of the Buffalo and the White River. Just a beautiful place. Well, we just now made it out into the woods. We're up in the Highlands, the Ozark Highlands National Forest. We were looking at these mountains when we were down on the river, so now we're out here. I just got off the blacktop onto some dirt. We're going to ride some roads down in this national forest. So we'll jump on the mighty red sled here, and we'll peel off down through the woods. Get the red sled fired up here. I don't have to worry about putting it in off-road mode. It's always in off-road mode. I just leave the traction control turned off all the time. I'm good to go. So here's a wet spot right here. Oh, there's a spring coming out of the hill right there. An old school here. Cold water school is probably in reference to that spring we just passed. We need to go look at that spring. So there's an old schoolhouse over here, and it says Cold Water Schoolhouse right there. Looks like it might be from the 30s or 40s maybe. But I saw up here on the side of the hill, here's the spring. Right here. But you can see right here coming out of the side of the hill is the spring, and they've run their pipe right in there, so it run that water out and they can stick a bucket under it here. So we got a little spring, and this is all full of watercress right in here, so we know it's spring water. And my guess is the Cold Water School is named after this spring. Good place to put a school. You need water. So there you go. I'm not sure what... This must be a creek. I don't think we're close enough to the river here to or going in the right direction, really. I guess we're about to find out. I see a river valley or a creek valley down here, a bottom. I think we're gonna get there. I think this is it right here. Let's see what this says. Sneed's Creek access to the White River provided by Arkansas Game and Fish. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Y'all got some rain down here.
Yes, sir. We finally started getting some. It's been dry for the longest, and we started getting a little rain. The grass finally coming back.
Well, that's pretty cool. The White River there, the Sneed's Creek river access, but it's actually just the White River. We're up north of Calico Rock a ways, 10 miles probably. That's pretty sweet, out here in the middle of a hayfield. We're going to continue on. All right, we'll head back to our allotted course here, our plotted course anyhow. Head on down the road. Looks like it's going to be a government gravel kind of day. Mennonite Church, established 1938, it says. Bethel Springs. Apparently we're in Bethel Springs here. Probably a spring somewhere close by. If it says Bethel Springs, you can just about bet on it. An old house place. You can see part of the foundation or something up above there on the hill, and they had a root cellar down here. They poured concrete on that. Living large down here in Bethel Springs. Well, we're going up the hill now. Looks like there's a creek over here on the left now. Down in the bottom there. Yeah, we're really going up. All right, we're up. Yeah, this is beautiful in here. You can tell you're in a national forest where they've thinned all this out. It's like this area here, got all this pine coming in. That's kind of their mode of operation there. It's the way they like it. Oh, a hole in the road. Oh, another hole in the road. But I'm not hip deep in government gravel either, so I don't mind a few holes in the road. Suits me just fine. Got some rocks hanging out of the road here. Pretty good hill. Lots of rocks hanging out of it. Looks like it's had, at some point in its history, might have had some pavement on it. I'm seeing some chunk or two of black asphalt under there every now and then. Getting a paved road, my word. That's just ridiculous. You can't be spending money on paved roads. Let her go to dirt. That's how God meant for it to be. Paved roads. That's for city folk. We're down in it here. I'll tell you what, it's up and down and every which way. Well, there's an old place that's probably been sitting there a long time. An old cabin. That one looks like it was made out of 1x, rough sawn 1x. Everything else on it looks, it's pretty old. Let's take a look at this real quick while we're here. Yep. You can see for about 3 days across there. Right out of sight. Pretty nice indeed. Man, these roads are so good, my rims barely got any dust on them today. That's really unusual. Unheard of, you might even say. No dust and no mud. What's the world coming to? Let's move on. Another view right here. That's pretty nice. Some nice big mountains here and back there. Lots of places to get lost here. We are back to the highway. That only took an hour and a half. Well, we're on our way. We made it back to the highway, and I cut back across. We're going to head over to Calico Rock. I got one more stop I want to look at before I call it a day. And I just crossed Jack's Creek here. Thought I'd stop and take a look at that. It's really pretty. It's got a ledge rock, a rock bottom in it, just a flat rock bottom. Pretty neat. So we're going to make one more stop today. Kind of turned into a going to the river day. I was just planning on riding around out in the woods, but sometimes it goes that way. You get sidetracked and wind up doing something else. I think this is our destination. I didn't realize we were here already. Got water running off of this. Must have rained up here recently. We'll take a look at the White River. It's just right here. We're on top of a bluff. Let's go see about this. Kind of cool. Limestone everywhere. Hardly any soil at all on top of it. Look at these buzzards. Got a couple of buzzards sitting here on top of the bluff. I don't think they know what to make of me. I got this funky helmet on. They gonna go? This one looks like he's getting a little froggy. We're on top of the bluff. This is the city bluff overlook at Calico Rock. Really beautiful. But you can look right down into the river from here. Look upstream or downstream towards Calico Rock. They got some big bluffs. We're on top of a bluff like this one here. So that is pretty sweet. I'll get this guy's picture real quick. Those are black buzzards there. Those are not turkey buzzards. They tend to hang around water. And they're not very well liked around these parts. They tear stuff up. Here's a view off the north side, looking upstream. Pretty sweet. And it's a long way to the bottom, folks. I don't like being this close to the edge, but That is pretty much the view from here. We need to get the drone up, see what we can do with that thing. Well, folks, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, riding around a little bit here in the Ozarks National Forest in North Arkansas. We got to look at the White River in several locations. All but one of those I'd never been to before, so that was a big day for me. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I invite you to come back. We'll go somewhere and do something else. Till I catch up with you again, y'all take care of yourselves. We'll catch you next time.